Now from the Weather Tracker TV Storm Studios, this is your weather today. Here's Chief Meteorologist William Cole.
All right, folks, here we go right out of the gate on this Hump Day Wednesday. Again, hopefully your Wednesday morning is off to a good start. It was definitely starting cloudy and humid. In fact, even as we go through the afternoon, that will be your forecast. That low-grade cloud cover is going to be hanging around. Temperatures, though, today a little bit warmer than yesterday with highs in the 80s. But again, the increasing humidity, highs in the 80s, it's definitely going to feel like a stuffy afternoon. If you do have any kind of outdoor plans, do keep that in mind. And then also notice 10% probability of a stray shower or thunderstorm as we go through the day. I think by and large today we remain dry, but the newest data coming in overnight continues to paint the picture now for tomorrow, Thursday. A better opportunity of rainstorms in the area with a cold front. Some of the activity tomorrow could be severe. I want to catch you up on these new details. And also, could we see a supercell or two in our western counties today near a dry line? We're going to talk about that coming up as well. But first of all, this is what we did this morning. Again, with the clouds, the humidity overnight, simply put, overnight lows did not move a whole lot. Again, generally out the 60s, so that balmy start to the morning. Radar review here at mid-morning, it's quiet, right? Simply put, really nothing going on through most of the day today. And really what I'm anticipating, a fairly quiet radar picture. But again, you see the little black line similar to yesterday. That's the dry line. That's going to be my focus as we go through the afternoon. Of course, if you remember yesterday, it really kind of stalled out across parts of West Texas, our Texas Panhandle where it currently is. It never really made tracks towards North Texas. Today, it's going to be a bit of a different story. Different perspective of the dry line. Of course, the dry line separates the warm moist air from some bone dry desert air. But the difference in today is, in fact, the dry line, it's going to begin as we go through the afternoon to race into North Texas. In fact, stalling out somewhere near or just west of Highway 281. In other words, west of Dallas-Fort Worth. Again, it will stall there as we go through the afternoon. Behind it, it will be a driving southwesterly wind. Humidity values dropping into the single digits. Could even be some blowing dust out in the big country. Of course, ahead of it, we have the warm, moist, unstable air. The cap today also remains fairly strong, similar to yesterday, but I think late this afternoon the cap does weaken. We've got a little bit of dry air above the surface, but I don't think it's impossible today that we do get a storm or two to develop. Because of that, the Storm Prediction Center for today, later, has issued this risk of severe weather. It's a marginal risk, meaning 1 or 2 severe storms not impossible. Here's what the model's doing. Again, you can see as we go through a good part of the day, cloud cover hangs pretty thick from essentially the 35 corridor off to the east. That's where we may also see a couple showers, right? Even here in the Metroplex, again, it's a 10% opportunity. But again, we're truly going to be watching out here to the west. Again, right now here at mid-morning, the model not overly bullish trying to develop anything. But again, I still think a storm or two could be possible. If a storm were to form, again, with that risk of severe weather, the primary concern would be large hail up to the size of golf balls. We would not be talking about multiple storms. Literally, if a storm forms, we're talking about only 1 or 2, and those would begin to basically vaporize as we head into the evening. Now, after that, skipping ahead to tomorrow, Thursday, important details here as well. Still watching this big upper level storm system. Take a look at this thing here. You can see the dip in the jet stream flow approaching cold front here as well. That cold front is going to be important as we get into tomorrow, Thursday. It's going to come moving into the area. And for tomorrow, it's going to be the cold front that's the focus or the trigger to get thunderstorms to develop by 2 p.m. near the Metroplex. And then as we go through the afternoon, we'll see a line of storms begin to form and again push off to the southeast. This is the model skipping ahead to tomorrow. And again, notice by 2 p.m. right about here, there it is. Here comes the front, and again you see a few thunderstorms just north of the Metroplex develop, and again there's that broken line moving through. Again, the main concern tomorrow would be hail, would be wind, and again a tornado warning or two tomorrow can't be ruled out, but again tomorrow would not be our classic North Texas tornado day. Tracking all of that carefully. Highs today in the 80s, temperatures jumping into the 90s in our western counties where the dry line will be, and there it is right there. It's a low 10% opportunity, but again, simply put, can't rule out, again, a storm or two in our western counties. Temperatures this evening only in the 70s. It's going to be a, we'll call it mild and humid evening for any kind of Wednesday evening plans. Overnight, temperatures back down in the 60s. Here comes the front for tomorrow, but again, temperatures tomorrow still in the 80s. The better opportunity of rain and storms, again, showing up for tomorrow, Thursday, with that 50% opportunity. We're going to be tracking all of this, and I've got a lot more coming up. Stay with us.